Correct.
This
You're
is
actually live now.
We're live. Welcome back to class. Okay. We'll talk about that at lunch. We'll talk about the things we got, and John will be here so he can discuss it too. What's one thing you know for sure about what you viewed last night? What's one thing that popped out of the page?
Water.
Water. There was water. Absolutely. Very good.
I mean, each of the ones.
Well, what's the thing that impressed you the most?
Yeah. It could be a weird word that came out of the blue
Oh,
in your homework session.
some of the emotions I got
Yeah?
viewing the Vatican.
Oh, in this one right here, the homework headache?
And the whole critic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was interesting. So
Yeah.
you knew what you were going into.
Yeah.
And some of the feelings that I got when I went into these different places.
Yeah.
Titanic.
What were those feelings?
Titanic was great.
Well, no.
Oh,
We're only talking about
Homework headache, the last one.
Don't know the answer.
The undisclosed one.
Mystery one.
The mystery one, yeah.
I didn't get fear with that.
You didn't get fear with that?
No, I got happiness actually.
Happiness. Interesting.
You know.
there would be happiness there.
Oh, absolutely. Viewer's always correct. How about you, Alex?
I got lots and lots of water.
Very good. Very good. Yes, ma'am?
I get the sense of that sort of like that the water was growing or rising, that something was happening, a movement, that something was the process or something, an event was going on in the water.
Well, that's pretty much what happened. Very good. Anyone else?
I didn't get any of that.
That's okay. There's different aspects here. What'd you get?
I got furry, I got animal, I got fishy smell,
That's good. That's good.
I got green, deep, blows in the wind.
That's good.
very good.
That's very good. Okay. You guys went to, it's no picture this time, it's words. Evel Knievel's attempt to jump the Snake River Canyon on his motorcycle rocket.
I was wondering about this water because I had a picture of like a brown arid area
Yeah.
with a black streak running through it. What I thought was a road, but it could have been a canyon.
It's the canyon. Right. Right. Right.
I don't know how evil can
You got a motorcycle. All right. Go, Bob.
evil turn into that.
Joyce got a
That's what he was
motorcycle.
thinking. when he-
Look at Joyce's motorcycle. All right, girl. All right. Woo.
Talk about door knobbing.
I could like see this winding river so clear that I almost thought it was like like a AOL or something.
Yeah.
Because I could see the blue and everything. I thought,
Excellent.
That's almost like
That
too.
looks like-
But it was moving. It wasn't just like a still picture. But I thought maybe that's too, right in my face. I didn't know.
That's great. You sounds like you did a great job.
Yeah.
Cool.
Trust that feeling.
Trust that feeling. So what'd you get, Bill? Let me see that picture that you're laughing at.
He said that looks like you.
Well, she had a black dress, and I wanted to overlay. I might kind of.
No, you did not overlay.
Precaution.
We don't have that.
I told him there's
Whatever
probably
it
cute
is.
women there, and he probably.
Are you kidding? The groupies? The groupies?
How about evil kind of
This is getting evil.
Mrs. Knievel. You get mountain, lumpy, voice, and perfume, a female. The sky, yeah, he might have been looking at something. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. No, you did it. Hey, this is good. Look at that. That's good.
Oh, thanks.
Jumping over it, man. Oh, yeah. No, you did great. Maybe he had a lot of feminine characteristics, too. Just because you like those showbiz types, let me tell you. He might have. I don't know him personally, so. Is he still alive?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He was on the news last night.
He was on the news last night?
Taxes to state of Montana.
Really?
He's
Wow.
got a fine so he's all.
He can barely move his
Did he
arms
use a
and legs.
ramp or something?
Man.
Did he use a ramp like that?
Well, you got a ramp.
You got a ramp. Wow, look at that is a ramp. Look at that. And then there's the river he's trying to jump over. That's excellent. See?
I think
cool?
Joyce gets the reward for it.
Joyce gets the colored
She had the
picture.
motor.
Yeah. Woo!
Did we hear the rest of Joyce's session or how it came to be a motorcycle? Or?
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Fellows, did you do your homework last night?
Give you the truth later.
All
This
right.
morning as well.
All right. Did you do the session, the homework headache session?
Was that in your class?
All right. It was. We're just talking about that now, and the disclosure is Evel Knievel's attempt to jump the Snake River Canyon on his motorcycle rocket. Oh, we have some amazing sessions here.
I just had a very big natural formation.
Yeah, it would be the canyon, the Snake River
With
Canyon.
jagged bits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll show you.
Wow. Excellent.
Everybody was there.
Everybody was there. How'd you do, Mimi?
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it. Oh my gosh. Detention today?
Tonight.
2 sessions tonight to make up for it. The only way you get better is by doing a lot of these things. And to understand your own way of viewing is to do as many as you can smash in. So, what'd you get, Wayne? Haven't heard anything from you. You're quiet over there today.
Okay. I wrote subject overland movement along track, running like action, and I sort of.
Excellent. Hey, that's great. Good job. Cool.
I didn't do it either, so I'm in with Mimi.
All right. The detention. Two sessions tonight.
So, together. The reason is I wasn't flat on the protocol. I was stuck in the transition from the numbers to the doodle to the
Yeah.
Enneagram. As long as I'm hung up there, then I just pointless to guess or do it. Comes so wrong that it's just worthless. So I wanted
Yeah.
to get clear in my mind about the structure of step one.
Did Mike answer those questions
Yes.
this morning? Okay. Excellent. Excellent.
So now I'm clear on that. So
Yeah. By the end of today, you'll be feeling pretty good about it, I think. Yeah.
I didn't do it because otherwise I knew it would be just a waste of time because it'd be so inaccurate.
Right.
That would, I'd rather not do it at all than do something I knew that was just way off of what we're doing.
Right. Right.
It's just better. I don't want to learn any bad habits.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart, actually. Me, I tend to do it anyway. Bad habit city. Okay, what'd you get over here, Tony?
Jagged lines. I quite like that.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Hey, that's great.
Instagram. And
Oh, yeah.
My
Oh, yeah. Look at that. You got the water down below. You say it's water and splashing sound, rainfall,
Yeah,
rolling,
is that
crevices?
Is that relevant?
Yeah, it's a Snake River Canyon. There's a river at the bottom of the canyon.
Right.
Wow, brilliant. That's excellent.
And I had
Good job.
smell of oil or
And
gasoline.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All
And hard
right.
work. And
Yeah. Hey, great.
yeah.
Hey, let me see the rest.
Yeah. The rest is a bit crap.
No, tough abandoned extraction, refinement, coal-like substance. Well, you know, it's
My
a canyon.
scan one is on. So I wrote out papers, and my scan one is on the other side.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay, structure, round, griddle. Okay, that's good. Hey, that's great. Yeah, you're just showing that somebody's going over
I didn't know
something,
what's
some
happening
kind of
there.
a
I suddenly
road.
sensed movement
And
at
is,
the end.
yeah,
It's like
exactly.
adjustments at the end there.
Yeah, that's great. Good job.
Right.
That's really cool. Hey, you guys are really coming along. Good job. Now I think since, and you kind of went over ideograms again, and you went through and how did people do on the other part of the homework, on the Vatican and Loch Ness and whatever? Were people understanding the structure? Did you cover, you probably,
That's why we did the Enneagram drill.
okay,
A little raggedy Enneagram drill.
Okay.
So we know the structure again.
okay.
I thought this morning what we would do is another session through GS.
That, before we move on to the next topic, because we're not ready to hit the matrix until we have it all cemented. So what we're going to do now is another session. And John, I don't know where John and all them, they should be here.
I was doing that tapes.
Excuse me, Lynn.
I know on
Last out of the studio before.
Sure?
Yeah.
Help yourself?
I'll have to move this desk.
This one.
So let's take a 5-minute bathroom break for everyone, and hopefully John will get here with the 3 CD players I shoved in his car this morning.
Don't hold my coffee yet.
During Princess Diana's funeral.
What's the location of that?
What was that song he played?
Yeah, what was the location of that?
Isn't it Westminster Abbey when she buried?
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Was that where the concert was?
Yeah, but he sang as part of the funeral services. So,
Maybe that's what this is. No, unless it's literally big.
Where do I put the disclosure on this thing?
Right on the page 1. Anywhere on page 1.
yeah.
Questions?
Comments, observations. You guys had some interesting work here.
Pretty good one for the first of the day.
Yeah. Alex got a lot of things about death and rebirth in his session, talked about rebirth. That was very good.
Do you know what the layout was like of like where the performance was and like, you know what I mean, like were people like around and like you know what I mean, like?
Yeah, there were a lot of people around. All the media was all around him. They let the media come up to take the photographs. He was separate from the church audience. The I want to say parishioners, but
So was it a church?
that's the Catholic, the congregation. Thank you. It's the Catholic in me.
Yes, it was
The
an
congregation.
Large.
Arches and rafters.
So
Yes.
yeah. It's a good job, Alex.
Perhaps the smoke I was getting was the candle in the wind.
The Candle in the Wind is the song, exactly. Well, it's true. You're gonna get metaphoric data. Sure, exactly. Yeah.
Major person.
Right. Yeah. So Brett writes down major person's funeral. Very good.
I may have tuned into her a little bit when she.
Not bad for the new kid, huh?
I know. Oh, you weren't tuned into her at all. You were just tuned into yourself.
That's, yeah, you're not,
Yeah.
you're doing this.
Yeah. Really, some nice work here. You did some good stuff, Bob.
No, actually, it's really weird. I kind of got a woman on an island
Yeah.
with energy going up from the island.
And that's where she was buried, on the island, exactly. And that's all part of the whole funeral, you know, moving the body after the funeral to the island.
Your subconscious focuses on the most interesting aspect to you.
You don't
Yeah.
happen to have a picture of it, do you?
No. But
I
this
remember
is
what Elton John looked like.
Like a big hoop.
like a big goob, like you got him holding. That's the microphone and the energetics from the microphone.
Joyce had some
Yeah.
interesting discussion with Elton John.
No, he was just pretty
He
straight.
always wears funny
You had
hats.
No, it was very somber.
But you're getting this symbology of how he normally dresses, and you
I
know,
didn't realize it till he told me.
and his rock concerts and such. Yeah, it was a good session, Bill.
What an exciting person.
Some good work.
Joyce had a good
Oh, Joyce is always good. Yeah.
Elton John, I think.
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, she drew Elton John. Joyce drew Elton John. Look at this.
You're alcoholic.
Soap or cologne and tobacco smell.
Yeah.
How do your smells come? Do you actually smell it, or you just like to remember it?
It just hit me.
You smell like it was.
See, that's because he's singing about Candle in the Wind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's coming out of his mouth. Yeah. It's coming out of his mouth.
Her personality. You don't normally draw like a glass next to her. Unusual.
It's blue for some reason.
Because I was an emotional target
NyQuil or
for a
something.
lot of people. What we want to do is have you step outside.
Yeah.
Go outside,
Walk
breathe some
outside, breathe some fresh air, especially those of you who connected real close to it.
Whether you know it or not, there's some residual there that I
mean-
want you to release.
Wasn't a...
Sleeping anymore.
All right. So we're taking a little 10-minute break.
Grab some coffee, go to the bathroom.
Start with someone else then.
Okay. The next section of the session is called the matrix, and this is where all of the interesting things in the session happen. What you've done so far is just laid some of the groundwork for the work you're going to start now. In a professional session, when we do a session operationally, we will have at least 20 pages in the session, usually 20 to 30 pages in a session. So just the few pages you've done so far, it's a very small portion of it. So you've got plenty of time to develop a lot of depth. And the matrix page is what comes next. And M1. There's 4 different kinds of matrices, but you guys are going to learn just one kind today. The other 3 kinds are for more advanced viewers. Now you take your piece of paper, and this is going to be in landscape mode like your general sketch. A nice big wide piece of paper, and you put an M1 at the top of the page.
All of your pages from this point on stay in landscape mode.
Correct. The only reason they would not stay in landscape mode from this point on would be if you had to do something very unusual that your monitor asked you to do. But for all intents and purposes, it's landscape from here on out. Right now you should be approximately page 7 if you've done 3 scans and you haven't used extra pages through the scans. And across the top of the page you write this header, and it looks like this. S M T E S J P P with a little p C S B and then PR/V. Okay, that's a SB.
B as in boy.
B as in boy. Can S M T E S with a little J next to it. P, and then P with a little p next to it. But please pardon my handwriting, I'll try to be neater. A C, and then an S with a little b, like in boy, next to it. And then PR/V. V as in victory. Okay.
And that's spread out all across the page.
Now, you're going to have to take a lot of notes right now, and all of this information is in a manual that you're going to get tomorrow. If I give you the manual today, you'll read ahead and read everything, and you won't listen to me when I lecture.
Tell them the code for this, for learning this.
Oh, well, people have a mnemonic that they use to remember this. There's a few varieties.
There's a we'll teach you the clean one.
That's right, exactly. This is on tape, and we've
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, ESP, Prudence Calabrese,
but you can pick something else for PC, and then the rest is this SB.
SB, PR.
But that's how I remembered it, and then I told somebody.
Tuesday, ESP, Prudence Calabrese.
So that's my name.
PRC, the last one again?
It's PR/V. V as in victory. Let me make it look better. But you can also make like a little cheat sheet, so you don't have to remember this in the session. If you want to carry a cheat sheet, that's totally acceptable. Oh, we've got some real doozies, but really they're not for young years.
Like, yeah, he never hears that stuff at school.
So the SPRV doesn't have in the mnemonic?
No, it doesn't actually. You just have to remember that part.
There is, but you can't.
Yeah, well, I know. That's why we're not telling you it.
A clean suggestion. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, ESP, Prudence Calabrese's system prepares remote viewers.
Hey, that's good. I like that. That's excellent. Okay.
No more objectivity for you, Tony.
Wow.
Very good, Tony.
That's brilliant.
Wait a minute, I think he gets a star.
He gets a book. Give him a copy of the book.
He's journalistic
You get a prize.
You get a prize, which you're going to get anyway.
Is it signed?
I'll sign it later. I have to sign it, yeah.
Not with that though.
No. Yeah.
You can do it later if you want.
Yeah, I have to think of something appropriate to say. I have to wait till your next session.
Not my thing, he shouted.
We have ones that are even worse. Finally, Roddy's interested. Okay, the S, I'm going to go through the definitions now of what each of these initials stands for. The first one, S, stands for sensorals, which is all your sensory type of information. Okay? And that is all your tastes and smells and textures, all the things that you were getting in Part C of your scans, the same kind of information. Okay, M is magnitudes. And magnitudes are how much or how many of something in relative sizes. So a dozen, a few, tall, small, things like that, okay? It's pretty simple. I'll give some examples. Dozen, some, many, 88, tall, short. I won't drop the microphone thing.
No.
You were thinking about it, worried about it on the chair. Okay, T stands for topological data, and that's exactly the same as when you sensed for the shape or the contour. So topologicals, and that's just shape or contour. Rounded, smooth, oval, square. Whoops. This really, I mean, the definition of topology is a surface curvature of something, which includes shapes and contours. Okay. The next one, E, is energetics, and that's energy, anything having to do with energy. So all energy data goes here: kinetic, magnetic, any kinds of motion or electronic, biochemical, nuclear, whatever, any kinds of energy that you get. The next column, SJ, is subjectives. And this is psychological and emotive data.
From the viewer or from the subject?
Hold on a sec. This is from that is actually there at the objective. So all from the subjects and from the places at the site of the objective. So this is not how you feel.
This is not AI, it's not your feeling. Okay.
That's a PR.
Yeah. Okay.
Did Mike cover PR yesterday at all? No.
No.
Okay. That's okay. We'll get to that in a second. Okay, so it's emotional and psychology of things that are there, not you, not how you feel about it. So if I'm viewing something and it makes me feel sick because I don't like it, being sick is not necessarily what's there. That's how I feel, so it's not a subjective. But if the people there had anthrax poisoning, for example, and they were sick, that would be a subjective, if they felt sick and upset. So that's of things there. Not you. Okay, and then P is physicals, and that's all things, things in 3D space. That's all things, whether they're mountains or people or water or wood, metal, chairs, tables, toothbrushes, dry erase markers, anything that you can touch or feel in some way, even if it's teeny tiny and on the molecular level, that's a physical. All things that are things in 3D. And P sub P is paraphysicals, and that's all things in non-3D. And examples, this is kind of where you put all your weird woo-woo stuff, you know, like ghosts and aliens and stuff. Aliens that aren't necessarily three-dimensional. So that's all things, but you know, it's not just all the woo-woo stuff, it's also things that have no mass, but that are things still, such as massless particles or maybe different kinds of particle states. So, you know, if you're doing any kind of remote viewing involving different kinds of physics, you know, physics questions, so you might use get a lot of paraphysical stuff that has nothing to do with ghosts. Such things in non-3D. Okay, it's really simple. And C is concepts, and concepts are all idea words. Those are all words that represent something else, but they're untangible as a thing themselves. So all idea words, like library, knowledge, military, because they represent, an idea of something, but it's not like you could literally pick up military. It's an idea of a group of people. So all idea words, and all of your ing words that are not energetics of some sort, like running, jumping, swimming, all other